Uta, my boy, Uta. Finally, I get to see Uta and Ri. Granted, we don't get to see his face, but you see him there, dude. He's the fucking auctioneer. Oh my god, this chapter of Tokyo Ghoul Ri felt so quick. Just a quick tease of the beginning of the auction and setting up the scenario. You see Mutsuki there about to be auctioned off. But before I get into any of that, to see the clowns, Pierrot, involved in the auction so readily, like I thought they'd just be lurking, right? But to see the man himself, Uta, step out onto the stage as the auctioneer. Granted, he's wearing a mask. I'm just like, oh my god, this is beast. You have Romo over there and this other dude playing around with eyeballs and shit like that. I'm like, oh my god, the spectacle. The spectacle and what Ishida is setting up with the air of the auction. Dude, like you feel it. You feel it. You have all, I don't know what's up with the ghouls wearing masks, talking in like, you know, shapes. Like square, triangle, circle, X. PlayStation shapes. I don't know. I don't know what's up with that. But everyone else, you have Big Madam. Fucking fiendish as ever. Looking for a new little human slave to torture and castrate. You have all these other ghouls talking about, you see the darkness of the ghoul world in just one aspect of it, you know, like across the board, treating humans like nothing, like items to be bargained over. I'm just like, yo, the air of the auction is serious right now. And Mutsuki, she's scared. She's scared. She can't get in contact with Sasaki. Doesn't know what happened. Last thing she remembers, they were driving in the car with Nutcracker. They passed out. We don't see Juuzo in this chapter, right? Juuzo is on top of shit. Juuzo in no way, you know, got knocked out and is unable to, you know, defend himself. Juuzo's lurking. Juuzo's definitely lurking. Whether he be in another container, because you saw Nutcracker had a bunch of containers, whether he be in a container, I don't know where he's at right now, but he's not susceptible to being auctioned off like Mutsuki is susceptible to being auctioned off. And I don't suspect Mutsuki straight up getting off. I expect a disruption to come into play before any of that goes down. Wherever it may be. You see Ayato there, fucking Torso, and Torso's gonna go fucking crazy as soon as he sees Mutsuki on the auction block. Because he was just, you see him thinking there, if only I had money, as Ayato is explaining the dynamics of this club and everything like that. I'm like, yo, he's so fiendish right now. The desire for Mutsuki from this man is twisted. Absolutely twisted. Absolutely twisted. So, let's get into some aspects of it. First of all, we see this Monsieur Croquet, or whatever his name, Monsieur Croquet, I think is what Ayato called him. And nobody knows where this man has all his funds from, but he's a very eccentric ghoul on the lines of Big Madam, and you see him in bidding wars with Big Madam over the first, you know, actor or something, which is really fucked up. You see this actor that people know from, you know, particular films and whatnot being auctioned off for crazy sums of money to be these ghoul slaves, so they can fuck around with them, dude. The world of auction is no joke, and of course Pierrot with their twisted, you know, ideals and wanting to be surrounded by this is there looking. You have Uta just leading the show. It's fucking hilarious. At the same time, it's dark. I love the air of the auction. I really do, and it has a nice air to it, especially in terms for shit to go down and for things to start happening. So, what else do we get? What else do we get this chapter? Not really much else. You know, set up. We see Ayato there. We see Kanae lurking, and he's basically trying to find food suitable to get Tsukiyama out of his depression. He wants to find a rare specimen that he thinks he can bring to Tsukiyama. That's basically what he's doing there, as it seems. So we got Big Madam there. I know Juuzo's lurking. I know Juuzo's alright, and he's gonna go win. But whether it be to save Mutsuki, whether Sasaki and the rest of the Quinckes show up first, who knows how it's exactly gonna play out. But we have Pierrot front and center, just on him. My boy Uta is there, watching. We have Ayato, Hinami, and Hinami is like, something is off. Hinami says to Ayato, something is off. I feel it. Ayato, something's off. And I'm like, wait, like, what exactly? Right before Mutsuki gets put up on the auction block. I don't know what's referring to, but shit's about to go off. Shit's about to go in. Like, this is just the calm before the storm of the auction jumps up. You see some of the players there. Not everybody is present right now, but shit is about to go in. I'm hype. I'm hype. Some other things we get this chapter, it looks like there was a character poll. It's a character poll, and they only show the top 4, which is surprising to me, actually, the way the top 4 was set up, and at the same time not surprising. Well, here's the surprise. Number 1 is Touka, right? Number 2 is Kaneki. that is all well within my expectations. 2 of my top 5 characters. Well, one of my other top 5 characters happens to be number 4, my boy Hide. Hide coming in at the number 4. If this is indeed a character poll, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Hide coming in at number 4, but I did not expect to see Sasaki coming at number 3. I like Sasaki. I like the persona of Sasaki, but to see how much people have latched on to the persona of Sasaki, that's great. That's great support, which means also might factor into what happens with, you know, the resolution of the persona of Sasaki, because a lot of people are speculating Sasaki as a persona will be killed. The clowns want to go in on him, you know, what the things that Eto said last chapter and everything like that, but I don't necessarily, I see it being something where even if Kaneki's persona resurfaces, there's either going to be a resolution of the 2 personas where everything resolves itself into one, or Sasaki will be dormant for a while, or something like that, and return, or something of that nature. But I don't see Sasaki permanently being destroyed at this point, anyway. It could definitely happen down the line, but not so soon as people are speculating. I see it might take a backseat, but I don't think it's going to be completely obliterated, especially with this kind of support for Sasaki. So that was cool and interesting to see. And then we also get a bit of news. It says there's a surprise that Ishida wants to share with us. And I see on the next page that there's a VITA game coming. I wonder if that's what it's referring to or if there's something else. But there's a VITA game coming, dude. Yes. Yes, Tokyo Ghoul Masquerader, I believe it's called. They already got the mobile game, Carnival, out, which looks pretty interesting, honestly. I wish I could cop that. I need to look into that more. But Masquerade, dude. Oh, a fucking VITA. I'm gonna play the shit out of that. I don't give a fuck. I'm buying it. I'm buying it. So, let me know your thoughts on this chapter. The biggest thing for me, dude, is that UTA is standing front and center right now. I thought, you know, Nico, Roma, you know, maybe Itori could show up or something like that. But I didn't think the man himself, UTA, would be standing front and center to represent Pierrot, and that they would have such an integral, you know, spotlight role in the auction like that. Then you have Ayato and everybody else. You have Kanae there. Mutsuki's up on the auction block. Torso's about to fiend over that. Like, hardcore. Where's Sasaki and the rest of the Quinckes? Where's Juuzo lurking at? Because Juuzo was not deceived. Juuzo not deceived. So, let me know your thoughts. Any predictions and theories you might have. I'm hyped right now. Just, this chapter felt quick. It was over too quick. I was just like, yo, it's just getting interesting. But I love the way that Ishida's building the air of the auction and everything like that. Kind of harkening back to York Newt from Hunter x Hunter to me with the air of the auction right now. But, of course, darker is fucking Tokyo Ghoul. Anyway, let me know your thoughts, and I'm out. Peace.